wanted to show you how I trade some of the strategies that I've been doing videos on the past couple days. On this chart, I have the XXX moving average crossover strategy, and this is with the special input series of the linear regression. It's calculating when the 3 EMA crosses over the 14 EMA with a linear regression as the input series. On this chart, I've got the ultimate delta painting the candle colors. The NQ is on the top half, the ES is on the bottom half. I've got some random playback data loaded from last week. I've got my market replay data playing back in real time at 1x speed. Just waiting for the 9:30 New York Open. I'm just going to pretend like this is another day. I'm going to trade it like I would normally trade it. I'll turn the recording back on when something exciting happens. Alright, the market is about to open. Got some delta coming in on the ES, a little bit of delta coming in on the NQ. Got a level here at 800, yesterday's, or a couple days ago, value area low. Just gonna wait for this first candle to close. That's one of my favorite things about trading a time-based chart. I just simply wait for the candle to close. I know exactly when it's gonna close. I know exactly how much time I have to make a trading decision. Red candle, red background. We'll take a break lower. Next level I see is down at 800, 36 points away, so getting a 10-point scalp in seems doable. We got a lot of negative delta coming in on the ES. All right, we got put into the trade. Instant fill. F yeah. Blam. 10 points. This is off the 1 minute moving average crossover strategy that I fully described in a video that I put out on Saturday. It's got all the details, all the settings, exactly how I trade it. So now we're waiting for a color change on the background. We're going to want the candles to line up with the background. And once that happens, we're waiting for a confirmation breakout after the signal candle appears. I'm going to put the recording back on pause until something else happens, but I'm just letting this go in real time while I'm messing around doing other stuff. Thought about taking a bounce trade there. We pierced whole number, this area I was looking at, but as we're coming down, hardly any delta on the NQ, very light. This is the lightest possible delta. We did get a bounce up over 10 points there. Now we're starting to get some stronger delta coming in finally. Got another level down here at 755, 750. Yeah, now we've got strong delta coming in. Strong delta across the board on the NQ and the ES. So if anything, I'd be looking for a short, expecting a little hold up around 60 to 50. Sure, let's do it. Put my stop above this candle. So this is a delta play. Everything was in confluence. Got our full 10 points in like 30 seconds or something like that. You can see that I'm an even better trader in sim mode. Something about that sweet, sweet playback mode turns average men into trading gods. And I genuinely don't even remember what exactly happened last week on this particular day, let alone the minute-to-minute intricacies of up and down movement. I'm just trading this exactly like I explained in the other two videos on the moving average crossover strategy, and then just trading with delta. These are two smaller components of a much larger system that I trade with on a regular basis. This ebb and flow dot on the ES worked out. Taking a break lower, made it down about 8 points. 8 points on the ES is pretty dang good. So now I'm going to go back to waiting for something exciting to happen. So anyways, we are 8 minutes in. Took 2 trades, up $400. If I did that on all 15 of my accounts, I'd be up $6,000 in 8 minutes. Pretty good work day. I guess I should just start trading like this on my real accounts. But that's why trading is a 99.9% mental game. Doesn't matter how amazing your strategy is. If your mental game isn't on par, you're screwed. I've been messing around at this for 17, 18 years now at this point. I'm still constantly overcoming mental hurdles. It's the game that never ends. I guess that's what makes it exciting. On the 4-hour chart over here, got a juicy area, 680, 690. It's very important to practice on playback data. This is part of my back testing. I don't actually put hardly any weight into just looking at charts from the past. My real back testing comes from trying out my ideas in playback mode on days when I can't remember what happened and seeing if I can find things that actually give me an edge on a repeated basis. So I highly recommend practicing and back testing using playback mode, loading some data where you don't remember what happened, playing the charts at regular speed, and just pretend like it's another day. Trade the time frame and the instrument that you trade usually. You could practice trading 2 or 3 entire New York sessions in one evening. Just replay the first hour of the New York Open on 3 separate days. Very efficient. So that 680 to 690 level just hit, the level from the 4-hour chart that I was just mentioning. I hit the market button when it was at 90 and somehow I got filled at 03. We were coming down, I saw delta lightening up on both the NQ and the ES. It's turning this lighter pink color, and that's happening as we're approaching that level, which is basically just the top of this big rejection wick here on the 4-hour. And there we go, another 10 points. So we're getting some moderate to strong delta coming in on the NQ and the ES. The sphinctrometer went back into clench mode here, and if we waited for confirmation for a break above this clenched candle, just popped up over 20 points there. See back here, we went into clenched mode on this candle, but we never got any confirmation, never broke above this candle, so no trade triggered. This candle was also a clenched candle, but this candle went back into clenched mode. Again, we never broke above, so no trade triggered. The sphinctrometer is part of the XXX indicator. So for the moving average strategy, we're just waiting for some kind of color change here. So far, we've been in the red zone all morning long, and rightfully so. Just waiting to see if this candle is gonna throw us in the green. Nope, not yet. So now I've got a whole another minute to wait and decide what the heck I might want to do, get prepared, get ready for action, potential action. We just had some strong delta coming in across the board on the ES and the NQ, but after this down move, getting a little pullback would be expected at some point. Doesn't mean I'm ready to hop into a long just quite yet, if at all. We're going to wait and see, wait for the best possible opportunities. See, I've only taken 3 trades today, up 600 bucks. Times that however many accounts you want to trade. All right, green on green. Got my order a few points above the high of this trigger candle here. We'll see if we get any kind of momentum and get a trade triggered. Next candle, we are still in the green. I'm not moving my entry down to the top of this candle. I'm still waiting to see if it breaks above this first entry candle. Here's a perfect example of why waiting for confirmation is a good thing. If you would just have hopped into a trade as soon as everything turned green, you would have gotten hosed. So I usually like my breakouts to happen right after or very shortly after. The longer time goes on and we don't get a trade triggered, at one's own personal discretion, you might want to take that off. Or if you see some more strong delta coming in or something like that, maybe leave it on. You just got a relaxed candle to the downside. I'm just going to take this off. So now we got the red background, red candle. We've come down very far, got a little bit of a pullback, just ranging up and down for the moment. I don't see any major negative delta coming in. This is just not a trade that I would be super excited in taking, especially if I was 3 for 3 already today. Potentially there's a trade at 688 or so. If we break below 688, and if we retest these lows down here, we get our 10 points. I'm just not seeing enough reason to want to get into the trade yet. Yeah, I like my moves fast and quick. This is just chopping up and down. Still no major delta coming in or anything to the downside. Right after we had this big push to the upside, just not enthusiastic about this. Down at the lows of the day. So this is how I would be trading in real life. I don't take every single opportunity. I wait for the best of the best to line up, and I try to have as many factors in my favor as possible. Will it break lower? Possibly. But if I don't feel good about it, and I'm stressed out about the trade, it's just not worth it. There's our 88. We would have been in the trade. We just got our 10 points. It worked out. Would have been another 10-point winner. Could have been up 800 bucks, but even on playback mode, I try not to take trades that I would not normally take in my regular everyday trading. But for the moving average crossover strategy, we had the one winner at market open. This trade did not trigger. This trade was a winner if we would have taken it. We took one trade on Delta, and I took one random trade based on 4-hour support and resistance, as well as a little bit of Delta information when I saw Delta slowing down at the key area of support and resistance. It's definitely easier to explain the trades when I'm not live trading and I'm just messing around on playback data. So hopefully those explanations are a little bit more clear and more helpful than some of my live trade videos where I'm usually explaining after the fact because I'm busy trading most of the day and I don't want to have to deal with explaining everything until afterwards when I have some time and I'm not hyper focused on what's going on the charts. So I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. There are links to the MMT line of indicators in the description. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Thanks for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your trading. Have a great day.